Do mermaids really exist? Yes. Welcome to my series of craziest encounters that I've experienced as a past life regressionist. Bear with me now. So, when I am doing past life regressions, some things that people always want to see are lives that they've lived that are not human. I mean, why wouldn't we? That's like, yes, show it all. So, I've had 3 encounters with mermaids. I'll tell you about the 2 that are not on Earth, and then the one on Earth. I actually have a video somewhere down there about the one on Earth. I think I have them all in there. You guys have to look, but whatever videos are on my page, on my TikTok page, that have the mermaids on it. But that's it. So I'm just going to tell you about it here. But if you want to listen to them actual in real time, go look at those videos. So the first one I'll talk about is me. So someone else did a past life regression on me, and I wanted to see a life of, I think I'd asked for one where I lived in water because I have affinity towards water. I love water. I'm always at a beach. I just feel at one with the sea and water. So I wanted to see that. So I'll tell you about this. I was on a different planet. I was this mermaid living this mermaid life. I had a mate. We eventually had I think it was a son. But my main complaint was that we could not go to the land. And I didn't understand why we had to be regulated to the water. Why couldn't we be on land? And the whole time I'm like, I don't know why she's even so concerned about the land. I think she's never been there, but she was just longing to be on the land. And we could not go to the land because this other species lived on the land. So we just stayed away from the land. Then we fast forward. Why did I get us all caught? I know it was my fault. Even though I didn't see it was my fault, I know it was my fault. I was so upset because then it showed us in cages. Like I was in a cage by myself. And the people, the land dwellers, who were these hairy beings, they weren't human or anything, it was on a different planet, were carting us somewhere. And I was drying out. I was so sad because I felt that I didn't know what happened. I felt it was my fault. And I knew that my life in the water was so good. And I was realizing too late, actually, that why was I longing for the land? Here we are dying. And then I zoomed out and I saw like all of us in cages. I don't know if we all got caught or just quite a number of us got caught, but I ended up dying. I think they were going to eat us. I don't know. Then there was I took someone and she was a mermaid and we saw the mermaid. So that was on a different planet. But what's most interesting is the third one is it was here on Earth. I know I've made a video about it somewhere. I just make so many videos, y'all. Somewhere, I think it was Tom Cotton or something like that. It was this island. And so she was actually a male, like living here on Earth. But what's so interesting about that one is that I'm going to say, well, it was a woman that I did for the past life regression. But because she was a male in this mermaid life, I'm going to actually change the pronouns to make it make sense. Otherwise, I'll just keep stopping the video. Easily distracted. So he was looking at the shoreline. And I was saying, well, how can you, like, do you stay in the water or do you get out of the water? He said, I can get out of the water. We can all get out of the water. And I was thinking, well, how can you get out of the water if you're a mermaid? You like he described this long, beautiful tail that he had. I said, well, how is that possible if you are a mermaid? And he said, oh, we changed. And I said, oh, well, take me through that process. So he said, okay. So he got out of the water. When he was laying on the beach, he said he rubbed the beach sand on his tail, and it changes to legs. And then he got up, he ran behind some rocks or something, and there were clothes there for him. He put on the clothes, and then he went into town. It was a small island, he said. So I made him like look at the year and the name of the island. So it was a very small island. And I said, does anyone on the island know that you are a mermaid? Like, are they aware? He said, no, they aren't aware. They don't know me. I was getting the feeling, no, these people know exactly who and what you are. It's a small island. Everybody on the islands, those small islands, they know who each other are. So here you are coming from the sea. They know who you are, but they just weren't telling him that they knew who he was, which I thought was so hilarious because he actually thought that he was like getting away with something. And I'm like, no, these people know exactly who you are, and they just know not to mess with you. So that's what he did. He was just like in town getting stuff that he wanted or needed and just kind of mingling with these people thinking he was getting away with something. But in reality, I'm pretty sure these people knew exactly who he was. And I want to say, these are all from memory, but it's, again, going to reiterate, the video is somewhere down there. And if you want to listen to the full video, then you can go to YouTube, to my channel. The link is in the bio. You can go to YouTube and actually listen to it, and it should be a picture of a mermaid on the cover of the video. I got distracted that quick. But anyway, yes, mermaids do exist. And if this is your jam, or you want to know more about stuff like this, or if you actually want to see your past life, then like and follow for more. And you can book a past life regression with me, and the link is in the bio. I hope you guys have a good day.